Up until this point, the best wide receiver that Aaron Rodgers ever had was Jordy Nelson. From 2011 to 2016, Jordy Nelson was pretty much unstoppable. But eventually, Jordy Nelson left Green Bay. Then Randall Cobb and James Jones led the Packers in receiving yards. But Jones was getting older, and Randall Cobb was also on his way out of Green Bay. So the Packers needed someone to step up and team up with Aaron Rodgers and keep making plays for this offense. And this 2014 second-round pick named Davante Adams fulfilled those expectations. You know, Davante Adams has so many different ways that he can beat you. If you're a corner in a cover three that's running a bail technique, Davante Adams can flash back towards Aaron Rodgers. It'll be a spot pass. And because that corner realizes that his receiver caught the ball, he comes flying up trying to make the tackle, but he's a little bit out of control. And then Davante Adams can just work a juke move, make that defender miss, and get in the end zone like he did against the Tennessee Titans. He's also great on crossing routes. He never seems to drop the football. And if we talk about his release, we could talk all day long. It seems like he never runs the same release twice. He's got a million different ways to beat you off the line of scrimmage. And I think he uses his football IQ to diagnose each particular situation. So if the corner's a little bit slow when trying to press, he might jab inside, then run a fade, or he might jab outside and run a slant. And it reminds me of what Jimmy Smith once said, you know, the old Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver, Jimmy Smith. He said, you always want to make the defender think the exact opposite of what you're really doing. So it's almost like Sun Tzu's quote, you know, all warfare is based on deception. You know, because Davante Adams is so good with his release, he's never getting bumped. He's never really getting stalled out where he can't get to his route. And you don't have 17 touchdowns in the season unless you're someone that's perfected their craft. He's better than Jordy Nelson is. And I have to be honest, you know, any receiver that plays with Aaron Rodgers is going to have inflated stats. You know, that's just the truth because, you know, there's a lot of opportunities there. Whereas if you play with Cam Newton and he's only throwing 5 touchdowns a year, obviously the wide receivers are going to suffer. But, you know, to Davante Adams' credit, he's not only made the most of those opportunities, he's excelling. And he's taking what Jordy Nelson did to a whole nother level. So it's just all about the reps that he's been able to put in. Obviously, he's also naturally talented, which is kind of surprising because he's not as fast as you guys would think he is. He's a 4.5 guy, but he's just so smooth, and he knows that his smoothness is unique. He's confident in his abilities, and it all works out for Davante Adams. He is, you know, clicking in this offense, and nobody wants to guard this guy in the playoffs because him and Aaron Rodgers are just lighting people up. I'm John Kuzma. Check out EndZoneBlog.com.